All right, trade recap for March 12th, 2024. Another trade to pull challenge day. So today was definitely a day where I over traded, which I felt okay emotionally, mentally, um, but apparently I still managed to unfold a little bit, over trade and kind of go back into my old ways a little bit. But anyways, first trade I'll talk about is AMD. So yeah, um, I decided to take a short here. Now I wasn't so sure. I was hesitant simply because it was too clean. I know stock hardly ever um, does this clean of a pullback and heads all the way back down to previous lows. But I said, what the hell? We got the um, high to low or yesterday's close acting as resistance and a few other factors as well. So I took a shot at it. It went against me. That's that. To grade this particular trade, um, the setup was C, C plus. It was okay. The execution pass, my entry, mm, would have liked to have gotten a better entry, but I can't really complain. It's a C plus. I got in, waiting for this candle to close, but I probably should have got in as the stock started, this ticker or this candle started just heading down, as opposed to waiting for confirmation for a trade like this or a stock at this price, anyways. So overall trade, I give it a C plus or a C. Yeah, it was just okay. CRLO. See what happened here. Yeah, I just wanted to get in and get out real quick. This was actually was kind of lucky. I think I decided to buy on the bounce. This was risky because it was jumping up and down, or it had the potential to jump up and down. It wasn't too rapid, but um, yeah, I figured this could make a quick pop. I actually thought the pop would be a little bit higher, but so I was getting ready to um, place an order to exit, and I accidentally exit out of the full position as opposed to partial. So that I think that worked in my favor because I would have had to withstand this pullback or take a L. But yeah, I wanted to wait, give it about 5 more cents or so, but I think I got my fingers got a little jittery, and I accidentally executed the order a few seconds too soon. But it's okay. I'll take the win. A dub's a dub. So yeah, that's CRLO or CLRO. Um, yeah. Holo. Yeah, this was just a difficult stock to trade. It was looking good. I got in here. Um, the 90 EMA seemed to be holding, and 5 minutes later, stock is jumping up and down, up and down, and I realized I shouldn't be trading this stock. It's too wild. The wicks are too wild. And sure enough, 5 minutes later after that, I got stopped out. Um, Set up on this was a D plus or C minus. I would say C minus. It's just the stock. The price action was bad, terrible. So the setup was just okay. at best, but it was the price action that should have kept me out of this trade. Um, or actually, I would feel a lot more comfortable had I got in sooner. I remember I was debating on whether I should get in. But then once again, as it starts to rise up, I'm like, all right, let me get in for a potential quick blast off. But yeah, I definitely have to try to enter the trade a bit earlier if I'm gonna take these um, type of trades because I need to have a good feel so I can give the stock more room to work, or less stress on me emotionally, mentally. Um, but yeah, the execution was pass. Um, entry entry was like it's a D, D plus, D plus, D. It was a D. So the overall trade on this is a D or maybe a D plus. Not good. And I was not expecting that it was gonna run like this, run down. But I was thinking maybe you can do half of that. So that was kind of my thought process. No, I was long. Yeah, that's right. That's a different trade. All right, disregard that. So let's take a look at Mara, MARA. So this was another stock this was driving me nuts. I definitely overtraded this stock. I got too emotional. I think I did revenge trading as well on this particular ticker. Um, so first of all, first trade. I tried to get in here, and um, thinking it's gonna head down to the lows and get out there. So um, yeah, this the what is it, the VWAP held pretty good, and I just 3 different times, 15 minutes to just push the stock down. So okay, I decided okay, time to get in. As soon as it ticks below yesterday or the previous close, I'm in. Boom, and I'm thinking okay, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's goes against me, ends up stopping me out on this particular candle. So what was bad about the trade is I should have gave it more room, or I shouldn't have traded it unless I think unless there was a more lofty price target. Um, that was yeah I shouldn't have traded that. I just thought again the stock should be going down. You know, it's going to tank today, and I was anticipating the stock to tank all day. Execution on this is a pass. My entry was a B. Execution, yeah, pass. The setup, C minus or C. Yeah, it's just the price action was terrible. That was the main issue. So overall trade C minus on that one. All right, so here we are once again. I decided to go short. Now, here we are. This is holding as resistance pretty well. A nice solid red candle. I decided to go short. Not the best feel, but I'm short. And I decided, all right, I'm going to go ahead and add. I know this time it's going to at least hit this area. And I will take a quick profit. Going from 500 shares to 1,000 shares. Now this having a $19.60 target makes sense. So I'm thinking I'm about to at least make back what I lost here. Um, I added partially because of the L loss I took on this trade, and then as a result, I had to move my stop down because with 1,000 shares, I had to, I couldn't give it much room, so I ended up getting stopped out. Boom. Um, yeah, I think that's how that went. So the setup on this was C, my entry, D, execution, pass, overall trade, C minus. Let's see what happened next. What happened next? Mm, I'm trying to think what happened. Yeah, so I can't really remember what happened here. Um, but it was another L for sure. I lost on that trade. And then I decided, why did I decide to trade again? But I did. Uh, I'd take a short on this particular candle. All right, this time we're trading below support. It closed. I got confirmation. This time it's gonna go. But sure enough, it freaking stops me out again. So that's what, one, two, three, four L's in a row. I should have just left it alone, but I couldn't for whatever reason. I decided to get in again here. But to judge grade this trade, it's a entry on this is a setup. It wasn't a bad setup. It's just a bad stock. B, execution pass, overall trade. B, maybe a B minus because the stock is just way B, and I should have probably just not even been in the trade or been trading the stock. I need to stay away from it tomorrow. Anyways, that's an L. Next trade I get in here, I'm like, all right, this time for sure, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go down, and I'm risking, I think, somewhere up here. Um, yeah, and I see it drops. I'm like, okay, finally, it's gonna hit 19 bucks. That's my target, 1905 actually. And then it just rips back up, and I'm just frustrated. I'm ready to just get out the trade, but no, I'm gonna stick to the plan. And then, all right, close down again. I'm like, I'm getting a little excited. I'm finally gonna get my win, but no, it freaking once again stops me out. So another freaking L. That's L number what, 4 or 5 on this? Yep, number 5. And then this, I should have never been in this trade, but I decided, all right, this clearly 100 EMA. This is the big resistance. This in a grander or larger scale. That's the resistance. I should have been just waiting for the entire time because it acted as a resistance here. I was thinking it's going to do the same thing here, and it was. It tried to shoot up and it shot back down. Tried to shoot back up past resistance, but it got knocked back down. So that's when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get in. This is clearly it's a little early, but it's time to go down. But I had tunnel vision, and I just kind of ignored all this support. Um, it just wasn't a bad trade because my target was going to be around 1960. Then I realized, okay, look at all this support. Let me just bring my target to the 20 EMA, and I'll just take a very small loss, scalp essentially, and just get the heck out of here. But stock doesn't even do that. It goes up, takes me out, and yeah, so not a single winner. But 2, maybe even 3, I should have never even been in. two of these trades, maybe three of the trades. So this was just as hard stock to trade. 7 L's in a row. I traded it like an amateur all the way through. Um, I do think this trade was okay, and this one was okay. Yeah, all the other trades were not good. Not not good setup. Not the setups weren't good enough for me to take. Um, yeah, that's that. Meta, meta. This stock. I hated this stock, but my mentor took a trade on it, so I decided to take one too. Or my mentor was trading it. I didn't know he actually took this trade too, but I did notice once I got in, I saw that he was in it too, which provided a little more comfort. He had already traded it here, somewhere in here, and it just looked terrible. I didn't want no parts of it, so I stayed out. But this seemed like a pretty easy bounce, and since he made money on it, I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And my target wasn't too lofty, I don't feel like, but it didn't hit. It was close. It was 502. It got close, and I knew it was done. The way it was price action was, I knew it's likely to be over with. So I just ended, I got out here. Um, so this could have been another base hit that I should have had, but nope, it's an L. Execution on this is a pass. Oh, yeah, pass. Trading the plan. I didn't quite trade the plan. I kind of just raised my stop and instinctively got out here as opposed to here, which anyway, I don't know. Entry A, overall trade B. Um, Try to take a bounce here. I don't know why I did that when I don't even like how the stock was moving, but I should have stayed out of this one too. I got stopped out on the very next candle, and that was a clear sign to leave the stock alone. Uh, yeah, my entry here, I got in, I think, a little bit in the middle of the candle. So entry is a C, execution A, overall trade D plus. Setup D plus as well. NVDA. Okay, so here's the frustrating one. So I get in here on the bottom break or the break. So it's a good job allowing the stock or this candle to close. And yeah, entered here. Um, Now here's where I accidentally sold all my fucking shares um, on accident. I didn't mean to do it. I meant to take a partial, and lo and behold, this darn stock moved another what? Damn near $20. So that was real heartbreaking. I really needed that. Um, yeah. Anyways, setup is a solid B, maybe a B plus, B plus. Execution on this is a fail. Actually, I messed up. Um, Entry A, overall trade, a B minus because of the execution and all the money I left on the table. Next trade, I take a short here as stock breaks below the 20, and my target was, what was it? I forgot exactly, but it hit the EMA exactly. I think, oh no, it was, my target was actually the VWAP. Yeah, VWAP. But I got a little anxious thinking, stock's not going to hit the VWAP. So just in case it doesn't, I want to make sure I get some gains out of it. So I took partial here, and then the final partial once it hit my final, really my only target. Um, so yeah, this should have been just a one hitter quitter. Oh, God, I thought the stock was remain strong and resume back up, but I knew it needed to um, absorb these gains. So setup is a C plus, entry A, execution fail, or maybe pass. I don't know. If overall trade though, I give it a B. All right, so the final trade on NVDA. Now this is another heartbreak. Like NVDA, I was 3 for 3, but gosh, my two of the three should have been much bigger gains, and this one should have been slightly or just a bigger gain as well. Um, so I yeah, set up here. Figured looking close to the end of the day, I think the stock is going to remain positive, and we may get to retest 91.12, 912. I get in here, stock starts to do all this little weird stuff, and that's when I get discouraged, thinking I should have just stayed out. Now I'm gonna have another loss for the day, but it starts to turn around. I'm like, okay, now I think the power hour or power 20 minutes is about to begin. So I get in here, or I add to it here, and then as it starts to stall around 9:09, I decide, well, I got almost a 250 profit on this if I just get out now, and I don't have to risk letting it come back down with only 5-10 minutes left of the, or 10 minutes, 10 to 13 minutes left of the trading day. I didn't want to risk it, so I just took my profit when I should have just partialed out, because this ran up another $10, which could have made me another $300 easy. So I fucked this one up, messed this one up quite a, not bad, but yeah, bought here, added, and worked out. So to grade the trade, the setup here, it's a C. It wasn't too strong. I'm anticipating the end of the day rally. My execution, pass, the setup, the entry, yeah, it's a C plus on the entry. The overall trade though is I would give it A minus, just for the simple fact I didn't partial out, and I should have held on 5 more minutes to see what it does. But yeah, that's that. Yeah. NVDA did a big part of why I'm green today. Yeah, so this stock was another stock hard to trade. I decided to get in on the bounce, thinking it's about to do a quick pop, and my target set below, or my stop is below here, below this candle, slightly below this candle. But as stock starts to come down, I realize this stock is stupid. I should have just not even traded it. So I didn't follow the plan, and I took myself out here. So, um, yeah, to grade that trade, well, let's move on to the next. Um, but yeah, I realized that was dumb of me because now I'm seeing the stock really looking like it's about to power back up and like take off. So I decided, I shouldn't have never been out. Um, I should still be in the trade. What was I thinking? So I jumped back in like an idiot, and now this time it stops me out. But again, as it's coming down, I'm realizing, oh, again, I shouldn't even trade this stock. The stock is stupid. This whip's too rangy. But at least this time I follow the plan, and so I don't keep jumping in and out the stock. And I got stopped out. Took another L. But yeah, this setup on this stock is setup on this trade is a D plus. The entry on this D plus, execution fail, overall trade a D. Um, the next trade I took, just got in. I don't know. I got in at that close to the top too. Um, execution, or yeah, the execution was the only thing that was good about this trade. Pass the setup, D, the entry, D overall trade, it's D minus. Ton of trades to go over. Too many. I was over trading. All right, so here's another one. All right, so I'm thinking the stock. I short the stock. I waited for confirmation. I'm thinking stock is gonna hit the bottom of this support. Um, so I think I go in 1,000 shares. This is risky. I don't. I should have maybe got in earlier and anticipated the move. Waiting till confirmation on something like this is I don't like that. But I did walk away with a gain. Um, I take a partial here, and I decided the final partial will be at the support. But I'm not gonna play around with it too much. As soon as it looked like it's headed back up, I'm out. And sure enough, it paused here for a good 2 or 3 minutes, and then started rising. And then I manually exited because it looked like it was going to start struggling this daily support level. The execution on this is a pass. Entry C. Setup is a C. Overall trade is a C. C plus. That was a C plus. Yeah, it's just uh, at the time this seemed okay because I was really only thinking about entering here and target here, so it kind of made sense at the time, even though it was a 1-to-1, just about risk reward 1-to-1. Yeah, that's that. And, we got more Tesla. Oh yeah, Tesla was the first trade of the day. I hate trading Tesla, but trading it in the first hour seems to be the most predictable time. Take another opening 5-minute range break, short here, hit my first target, and then once again in typical Tesla fashion, it starts to chop around and rips back up. So I didn't want to. I knew this it could potentially do this, so I decided as soon as the stock looked like it's gonna start hitting back up, I'm out. And sure enough, on this candle, I exited. And I gave it 5, 10, 15, 20 plus minutes after my first target to see whether it had more juice in it. And luckily, yeah, it did what it did, and I was out. So took a profit on that. Setup on this is a B plus, or yeah, B plus. Execution is was a pass, entry A, overall trade B plus. Yeah, so that's it. A whole lot of trading for $76. Too much trading. Um, that one stock, Mara, I should have only traded that stock probably one time. And the Holo, HOLO, I shouldn't have been in that one. So I shot myself in the foot every time. The opportunities are there. I'm just not maximizing my day. So I need to do a better job on that tomorrow.